We've never taken a cruise, and at our age that surprises people. Instead, we planned a ferry hopping route across the Greek islands and into Turkey. In this video, I'm going to explain why. We get it. There's some great advantages to cruising. There's one hotel room, you check into your cabin once, you unload your bags, you don't have to lug your luggage from place to place. Your meals are included, there's free entertainment at night, there's people to chat and socialise to. There's some real advantages to cruising. You don't have that planning stress. Your route's already decided. There's no need to worry about where you're going to be going to next. There's things about cruising that just didn't appeal to us. It's a very structured experience. You're not on your own timetable. You can't travel at your own pace, set your own agenda. It lacks, we feel, that sense of adventure that you get from jumping on a ferry and finding a new place to stay. You often have very limited time in port. You've got to be back on that boat or you're in deep trouble. There's often thousands of passengers getting off the cruise ship all at once and heading up into the villages or the towns that you're visiting. You're sharing the space with a lot more people. It can feel crowded on board. The restaurants at the pools, there's only so much space. You can't have your own little backyard peace and quiet spot. And every evening you've got to be back on the ship. Otherwise you're paying for meals that you're just not having. So you don't get to experience the local culture of the place you visited. Ferry hopping across the Greek islands gave us a different experience. We could spend 3 or 4 nights in each place. We could be walking at dawn and dusk. We didn't have to be traveling to somebody else's timetable. We could choose accommodation to suit us. Accommodation where we could cook our own meals, save a little bit of money. Accommodation near beaches or in town, at or near a feature that we might want to visit the next day. We had time to visit some of the quiet back streets, and at a time of the day when it wasn't so hot. We could avoid that midday sun. We had the feeling of independence, and we could experience the adventure of traveling across the Greek islands by ferry. Okay, but let's be real. There are some trade-offs to what we did. There's more planning involved. There's that uncertainty of ferries not leaving. We had at least one ferry that got delayed by 9 hours because of the wind. It's 3:30 in the morning. You've got to carry your own bag, so you need to be fit enough and healthy enough to be taking a backpack or a suitcase from your ferry to a bus and then to your accommodation. There are obviously cost differences, and we've got a separate section on that. You can have a point where you have a bit of decision fatigue. You'll get a little bit tired of, where are we going next? How are we going to manage getting across here? What's the best ferry to take? What are our options? And you do need the availability of time. You don't want to be on a fixed timetable where you only have 14 days to do the trip. You really need to have the time available to do it in a relaxed manner. If you've seen any of our previous videos, you'll know we're pretty mindful about cost. So it seemed only fair to include in this video a cost comparison between cruising and our ferry hopping option. I'll pop that up on the screen now and I'll talk you through it. In this cost comparison, I've included our full costs of ferry hopping for 27 nights. That includes our flight from Krakow into Santorini, and then all of the travel costs across and through and into Turkey, where we went to see Ephesus. And then I found online a Royal Caribbean cruise for 9 nights of the Greek islands that also covered Turkey, and I'll cover the itinerary of that in a second as well. So you can see these two options cost around about the same, just a little bit less than $4,000 US. And here's the itinerary of the 9-night cruise. So who should choose which experience? Well, if you want simplicity and structure, or if you're perhaps older and less mobile, then taking a cruise can be perfect. If you value flexibility and immersion, then ferry hopping might just be right for you. To cruise or not to cruise, that is the question. Which would you choose and why? please let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.